How's it going, everybody? Bryan Alvarez and Dave Meltzer here, Wrestling Observer Radio Breaking News Audio. It is July 31st, 2015, figure4online.com/wrestlingobserver.com. Here to talk about the death of Roddy Piper, 61 years old.
I had known him or met him when the Southern California promotion would come to San Jose. Well, actually, I should take that back. When they would come to San Jose, he actually came in for a special show very early on. He actually was already in the Oregon territory because they were not running San Jose when him and Chavo had their big feud, but they brought him to San Jose. So this is probably 79 or 80 for a show, and that's where I met him the first time. And, he was a very charming guy and very, that would have been it. And then obviously in that WCW period, it was just really weird. Because he had that love-hate thing with me, where he would call me. Did. Oh yeah, I know. He threatened to burn down your house or something because you were friends with me.
I was at a Portland wrestling show once, and he came up to me and he pulled me into a bathroom. And he shut the lights off, and he lit a lighter underneath his face, and he threatened. He told me to tell you that he was going to burn your house down.
That's where the burning
and he wanted to make sure that I got the message to you. And it was funny because it was such a crazy situation. And I told I think Moondog Moretti about it or something afterwards, and he's like, "You gotta go and tell whoever about this. Don't let this guy blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Nah, don't worry. I don't think he's gonna go burn Dave's house down." And then 2 hours later, the tapings are over, and I'm heading to the door to leave, and there's Roddy, and I'm like, "Oh man, this is all I need again tonight." But I walked by him, and he just stuck his hand out, and he said, "It's great to meet you, kid. As nice as can be, as charming as can be, like nothing had ever happened." And away I went, and he didn't burn your house down, but he was very mad about things that you'd written about him or something. He was very upset that you'd written things about his family.
What's funny about that was this may have been a different period of time, but his daughter ran away once, and so we talked during that period. But I think he, whatever it was, I think that I was like the lightning rod for anything anyone probably wrote at the time, and then it got out. The fact is that got out, but it was a mainstream story when his daughter ran away. And then I'm trying to think what other stuff there was over the years. When he came out with his first book, I know he was really mad about that but I had talked to him until the book came out, and the book was just, it's Roddy. It was a lot of fantasy. I think he got real mad because there's a story that he claimed in this book that he was in some gym or some weight room that the wrestlers trained in. This is the Minneapolis wrestlers, and that he changed the number on the weights. So let's say like the 70s, he would put or the 95-pound weights, he would put 70 on it, and the 120-pound weights, he would put 95 on it, right? So
how do you do that anyway? Because they're usually engraved on.
I know. But this was his story, okay? So this is in his first book. And so he's talking about, Hercules Cortez and Superstar Billy Graham. And they were, they were trying to lift their normal weights, and they couldn't, and they were so frustrated. And it was like Hercules Cortez was dead long before Roddy Piper ever came to Minneapolis. And I basically said...
I explained why he can't lift the weights.
Yeah, but because Hercules Cortez died at the age of 39 in a car accident with him and Red Bastien, there's that name again, in 71. And Superstar Graham came to Minneapolis. It was later. It would have been probably 72, maybe the end of 72, I'm thinking. Late 72, I'm guessing. So I basically wrote Graham and Cortez died before Graham ever came to Minneapolis. So some aspect of this story isn't right, okay? And he was just furious because he absolutely believed that this actually happened. And so anyway, that was, but there's so many other things over the years. It was just, but yeah, it would be one of those things. I would see him, and then he would always smile and hug me, and then he would do it's really good to meet you. I've never, you and I have never talked before. And I'm just thinking, like, we talked so many times.